Hey, have you ever wondered? Hey, have you ever wanted to make things? No. Hey there. Didn't see you there. Me? I was just staring at the wall. Anyway, glad you could make it. Hi, my name is Ace. This is my channel, Ace Does Things, the channel where I do things. And today, we are doing something. Today, the thing we are doing is leatherworking. You can see. Yeah, I know leatherworking because, as you may have predicted, I am a turbo lesbian. And as a turbo lesbian, it's part of the natural skill set to want to know how to craft things. So today we are doing leatherworking because I have a problem I'd like to address, and that problem is that my biological dad's wallet is too small for what he needs. Did she just say biological dad? I called him my biological dad for it's a long story. Let's just call him Bio Dad or Dad B. Let's go with Dad B. Dad B sounds like friendly and not too messy, right? So we're making Dad B a wallet out of leather. Right here I have a bunch of scraps. Bunch of scraps for this leather baking project that I had, and some pattern pieces. So they're nothing particularly high value or anything. It's stuff I already had lying around. Yeah, it would be easier just to buy a wallet or use something existing or whatever to just make as a wallet, but this is what we have. I'm working with scrap materials anyway, so it doesn't feel particularly wasteful, and it's relying on a bank of skills that I already inherently have. So when you make something out of leather, and okay, this is like a vague tutorial, all right? When you're making something out of leather, what you need to work with is first an idea. What do you want to make? And then two, you have to be able to break down that object into multiple shapes. For example, we're making a wallet, right? So we break down that object into main leather shaped pieces. So you have the thing that creates the body, the card sleeves, so on and so forth. In this particular model, I would like to have a zipper pouch for coins. What that entails is a zipper pouch, essentially. So we break those pieces down and then we create something called a pattern. So the pattern is, you can make it out of paper or whatever. Instead of making a new pattern, I actually have a collection of existing pattern pieces that I just cobbled together to make the kind of wallet shape that I want to see. So it's not going to be perfect in terms of card size, wallet size, whatever. It just has to serve the purposes I need, which is it has to have an ID pocket, it has to have a coin pocket, and it has to have additional space for receipts and all that. Also, I would like there to be a little button clasp. So we're gonna put a button clasp so that it stays shut when I shut it. The reason why I learned leatherworking is for a weird reason, okay? I learned leatherworking and woodworking because I believed that if the zombie apocalypse were to happen, if I was physically strong and physically capable of crafting things, the inevitable zombie apocalypse human settlements would be unable to let me go, all right? I would be valuable to the human settlements. They need me because I can make tables and wallets. So therefore, I must be fed and kept alive. Because I don't think I could be a doctor. We tried engineering, it didn't work out. And I'm pretty sure in the apocalypse, you don't really need copy editing as a skill or content creation as a skill. So what do we have to work with? I can lift heavy object, but then that sounds like a lot of heavy labor. And if I just enlist myself as a soldier, then they'd always be sending me out, and therefore I could get bit, or I'd have to worst case scenario, I'd have to run a lot, which is mind-blowingly bad. And so we landed on the idea that I would just become a crafter. I would become like a crafter. I would be like, the blacksmith in the medieval village, but I don't make weapons. I'm making, wooden furniture and leather wallets. So I did learn. I took a class on woodworking, and then I learned leatherworking via YouTube. So if you're seeing me do something wrong, well, I'm sorry. I just learned on YouTube, man. Call it a hot take or whatever you want. But in my opinion, I think people should be a collection of skills. Like, we should be willing to learn a lot of new things and gain new skills, even without, especially without the premise that you might make money out of it. Like, I don't know if it's just me, or if it's because like I'm Filipino or I'm Asian, or if it's like a universal thing, but when I was learning this leatherworking thing, and people were finding out that I could do leatherworking, everyone's knee-jerk reaction was like, either you can't make money out of this, or you should try to make money out of this, or you're wasting your time. Why are you trying to learn that when you can learn something that can make you money? And that was kind of disheartening. And again, I understand that people mean well. We are in a world driven by money. We need money. Money is like a necessity. I get that. But does that necessarily mean then that every decision we make, every skill we have to learn, has to be governed by the notion of making money out of it? Like, is that really gonna be what drives us eternally? And especially in the pursuit of the creative. So leatherworking, I mean, it is a creative pursuit. Do we really have to only do creative things that can make you money? Like, I don't really enjoy that point of view. Anyway, in terms of making our precious little wallet, what we have now is a bunch of leather scraps. They're not scraps anymore, they're pieces of the puzzle. So we will assemble them to form a wallet. Then we will do initial sanding for the edges that will be on the, the inside edges, that once we sew the pieces together, we won't be able to access it anymore. So we do the finishing on those exposed edges first. Then we also do the leather zipper part. And then we paste it all together and hope for the best. It becomes a wallet. I'm seeing now that the pieces are kind of thick, so it's gonna be fun when we hit the part where I have to do the leather punching. Ooh, I'm gonna have so much fun with that. Sewing will be so much fun. Wowzers. We became a collection of skills. We learn things for the sake of learning things. It's freeing, it's fun, just create because it's fun, because we want to learn new things, because we want to experience life and what it is to take hands, your hands that don't know how to do anything, hands, your pair of hands, you look at them right now, like, oh, these hands, they don't know how to draw, they don't know how to make anything. You take that from your base ability and you take the first step. You draw something simple, you make something simple with these hands, and if not your hands, then, you know, hell, there are artists in the world that aren't as, you know, lucky as a lot of us. They make do with what they have. If there's a will to become a collection of skills, there is a way to become a collection of skills. I believe that people should be able to create because they want to create, because they saw something in their heart, in their mind, they wanted it to become real, and they took the necessary steps, learned the necessary skills, and made it real. And ooh, here's a hot take, here's a real hot take. That's exactly what I hate about AI. Oh, we're there, we're talking about AI for some reason. Yes, AI is the very opposite of the notion of becoming a collection of skills, because AI skips the part where you are gaining the skill. So let's say, take for example the very easy example of you use AI to help you make an essay. So instead of learning how to write for yourself, instead of learning for yourself what words work, what words don't work, what language to use, what metaphors to use, you use a machine and it does the thinking for you. You use a machine and it does the creative part for you. Oh yeah, I edited it, so I changed it a little. I put my own voice in it. Yeah, but how did you arrive there? How did you learn your own voice? How did you come up with the thesis statements that you try to make? You didn't. You told someone else to. Or you kind of had a half-baked notion of what you wanted to say, and then you threw it at a machine, hoping that the machine will churn out something meaningful for you. And it goes the same with AI, you know, when they try to do art with it, it's not the same, because the skills that you learned in the repetitive motion, in the act of trying to learn what it takes to create something, that's the important part. It's the same for working out. It's like, you know, I don't doubt it. And it's like a kind of a reality if you think about it. If there was a magic pill that gave you muscles, if you just took the magic pills and you didn't have to work out, people would be all over it. You just know it, okay? Because people aren't in love with trying hard. People aren't in love with putting in effort and things. And that's a little disheartening, because to live sometimes is to put your back into it. It's to try, it's to put effort, it's to learn, it's to grow. How will you grow if everything is handed to you? If you think about it, there's really something nice, something peaceful about making something from scratch, something with your own two hands. Like being able to say for yourself that, hey, this is something I can do, is pretty neat. Like randomly being able to pull that skill out of your bucket of skills is really rewarding, I think. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I know the saying that the jack of all trades is the master of none. But they always say it's better still than the master of one. To be a collection of skills, I think, is to allow yourself to explore the things that you can make, things that you can create, things that you can experience with your own two hands, with your mind, with your spirit. Because it's really meditative, I think. In my experience, at least, it feels really good to be able to see something that you want to do and put your mind to it and then make it a reality somehow. I mean, I hope I'm not like coming across as majorly pretentious here, because I think, it's great. You could tell me, is there something you've always wanted to do? We've all had that, right? There's something you want to do, something you want to try, something you want to experiment with. It's okay, tell me. It's okay. I won't tell anyone. Leave it in the comment box. No one will know. No one will know. Yeah, and if you can, go for it. Like, what's stopping you? If it's time, well, I get it. But if the thing that's stopping you is basically the fear that, other people will judge you or tell you you're wasting your time, don't let it be that. Don't let the idea that, oh, I'll never make money out of it, or it's just a useless skill anyway. Don't let those be the reasons stopping you from trying that weird thing. Is it pole dancing? Gardening? Is it, going to the gym? Is it something weird and esoteric like tarot reading? Try it. Try it. Because you never know. What if you discover a part of yourself that's just been waiting to be discovered all along, and it's just been hidden there, just waiting for you to tap into that part of your spirit that's willing to just let it be free. Man, that's kind of a word salad, isn't it? Basically, what I'm saying is just take this as your sign. Ooh, as your excuse. Just go for it. And if you have like a hobby or a skill that you feel like people kind of judge you for it, or people are weird to you about it, or you feel like it's kind of hard for you to say that you do it because it's not exactly revenue generating, that type of thing. Like, you kind of try to pretend like, oh yeah, it's a great use of my time. It's okay, you can say if it's like weird, like I like to, like you can say like, oh, building dioramas is your great creative passion in life. Yeah, tell me too. I want to know what people are into. That's great. Like, life, yeah, is short, and it's so weird. I guess in a way, having that weird health scare early in the year has been such a major turning point for me. I guess, I don't know, is that alarming? Should I tell my therapist? But I mean, the changes are positive, I guess. I've decided that I don't want to just wait for permission to do things or wait for permission to live. I'll go live then. If I could just die at any moment anyway, just might as well do what I want to do. Do what I think I can do well. And, if it was a zombie apocalypse, would the version of you that didn't know how to pole dance fare better than the version of you that knew how to pole dance? I know. I know which version of you would thrive in the zombie apocalypse. But you get what I mean. It's just having skills and not being devoted to just one function. You're not a machine. We're not machines. We're people. We're meant to do lots of things. We're meant to experience lots of things. It's nicer to live a richer life doing whatever. If you can, if you have the means to do whatever, man. And it's great for you. And like, I guess I am in the immensely, I am very lucky that I'm in the position where I have the means to learn skills, and I have the means, the time especially, to devote to these endeavors and these pursuits. Because not everyone can say that. So at this point, we've finished with what I said we'd do earlier. We measured out a bit of the zipper, and we have some edges complete. So now we're going to glue them on, and I get to do the punching. Like when you work at your skill, it's not like you have to do it all the time, every day. You don't have to be great at it out of the gate. You can just, be a mediocre. It's fine to be mediocre when you're just trying to learn something. Being bad at it is fine. I mean, what do you have to lose? You're just trying something new. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So if you're sucking at something, just know it's just part of it. Like, again, with the gym sort of a metaphor, or like a sports metaphor, you don't start out and suddenly you're the superstar of the universe. You have to start somewhere. You have to start at like a low weight or the low skill level, and then you just sort of collect it over time, and eventually you get good at it. So yeah, put a little bit every day whenever you can, here, there. You'll eventually get to a point where you've attained the level of mastery that makes you feel good, and you can just continue to learn. Like, yeah. I've completely given up on the aspect of this being some kind of crude tutorial. I don't think I'm that skilled enough to be able to accurately and effectively teach others as to what's going on. Basically, we're just sewing some parts together, and then we're gonna sew those parts together to create the whole wallet, and then we're gonna finish with the edges and whatever, and it'll have a wallet. But I think you're beginning to see how it's slowly coming together. Yeah. stitch now. So we're done with the sewing, and well, the bulk of it is basically a wallet already. It's a wallet already. It's formed into a wallet. Wowzers. So at this point, it's basically just the finishing edges and stuff. So we're gonna sand it down, the edges, to make them nice and flush. Trim trim along. I forgot what they call it, but you do a little trim on the corners of the leather, and then we will do some leather finishing using burnishing gum. Yeah, it's like it's like the finishing. It's literally like the last two things to do, but I think sanding and burnishing tends to take a long time. It's just because it's a lot of like repetitive sort of, you're kind of just going for it and sanding it and trying to make sure you get a nice, clean, glossy finish. But I'm not exactly like the best at finishing leather, but I don't know. So last step, and then we'll call it done for real. got a haircut and everything. And we finished up with the project, did the final parts of the sanding, lots of sanding. So it's a one step, it's like a two step, I don't know. It's not complicated. It's a lot of repetitive, slow work. Sanding, even in woodworking, sanding exists in leatherworking, and it's the same as woodworking sanding, wherein it's just forever. It's just forever of sanding. Then after the sanding, it's finishing, and finishing is also equally kind of laborious in the sense that it takes time. But that's kind of the beauty of making your own things, in that you can stop at any point. Really, you know, there's no scorecard at the end or whatever. It's for you anyway, so you can just keep going until you're happy with what you're doing. You can just keep polishing, you can just keep sanding until you're happy with what you're seeing, and you have full control over it. And I think that's one of the most wonderful things about the essence of being a collection of skills, is that when you're making something, you're in control of the thing you're making. You're able to determine for yourself what it looks like, what it feels like in your hands, how you would like to do it, how you would like to design it, what function it would serve, and everything else. It's fully within your control. And if you don't have the skills to match the creative vision you have in your mind, well then good news, you can literally just practice. You can just keep going until you can create the thing that's in your mind and make it real, and it'll feel so satisfying because it's something that you actively worked towards. It wasn't just handed to you. It wasn't just something, you know, you shot into the void. I mean, I'm not knocking on like people who do commissioned art and stuff like that from like another human artist. That's perfectly valid. If you honest to God just don't really want to draw and you just want to be able to have this thing drawn for you and you have the money, sure, go for it. But I'm talking about in a sense like it's also great to be able to learn for yourself. If you have the time and you have the energy, then like do it. Like for example, this final part. We're here. Ooh, wallet, nice. This took a while. It took a few days. Like the first few days was a lot of progress on it, and then like this literal last bit. I think it's been a week since I started it, and this is the only time I finished it because, well, it's the time I had time to do the work, and you know it feels good. I feel really good. I feel really happy with how it turned out. I'm pretty surprised. So, you know, I'm not doing this professionally. So for like an amateur, like hobbyist kind of level work, I'm pretty happy. This will serve its purpose well. Obviously not gonna, like, this is made out of like scrap materials too from other projects that I had lying around. So that feels like a bonus because it doesn't look like scrap. It looks like I don't know if it looks like you bought it from a store, but like I'm pretty happy because it looks exactly the way I wanted it. I wanted to have a little snap button, I wanted it to have card sleeves, and I also wanted it to have a little coin pouch. I was able to design it the way I wanted it to exactly to be and make it a reality. And I do encourage that everyone takes a shot at, like, it doesn't have to be like leatherworking. Again, this is not like a real like per se tutorial, but I mean, sure, I guess if you want to see more leatherworking content, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you would like more like leatherworking content, or what kind of content you would like to hear from me. Please let me know in the comments, or like, again, let me know. Also, tell me about skills you would like to learn, or if you already are a collection of skills, let me know more about the weird, obscure skills that you have, because man, it's a big world out there, and I'm surprised sometimes at the number of things people can be good at. Like, the limits of human creativity is just boundless. There's really no end. Like, there's all kinds of creative endeavors. So if you can't draw, or you can't sing or dance, like I can't sing or dance, but I can do leatherworking. That's a creative endeavor, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not the best, but I'm like at a capable enough skill level. For sure, this isn't going to be the last leatherworking video that I'm going to do. I already have like planned leatherworking content more for the channel, but let me know if you don't actually care. No, don't tell me that. That's mean. It'll make me sad. So Let me know what kinds of projects actually you'd like me to see, or what kind of topics you'd like me to explore, because I'm here to hang out too. We're hanging out. We made a wallet together. We hang out. And you too can make things. Just have to believe in your capacity to make things. It doesn't have to be fast. That's the thing. That's the key thing. When it comes to making things for yourself, when it comes to becoming a collection of skills, you have to be patient. You have to be very, very patient with yourself, with your abilities, and with the things you can make. You have to be patient because, like, for example, I have like tools. I have a bunch of tools. I didn't start out with all of the tools. I got them one by one. So you have to be patient with that too. Whenever you're learning a new thing, you have to be patient with what you have to begin with, what skills you're working with, and you have to be unafraid of being bad at it. You will be bad at it at first, and that's okay. That's perfectly okay. You'll eventually get better at it, and maybe you'll hit a point where you're like happy with what you can make with your own two hands, and that's good. Looking forward to hearing about what you can do and what skills you've worked on, and how we're all gonna survive the apocalypse together by being pole dancers. Isn't that gonna be great? Isn't that fun? Anyway, this is Ace. This is Ace Does Things, and today we did leatherworking. I hope to see you in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And see you next time. Have a great day. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to everyone. Be nice to me. See? Her name is Guy. She has 3 legs. Can you see? 3 legs. She's deaf. Don't tell her. But she's deaf. Her name is Guy. Ugh, she doesn't want mommy right now. But mommy wants to hug. Mommy wants to hug. No? No hugs for mommy.